Hello, how are you all? Waiting for me? Very good. I'm Yogita. I welcome you for this learning session. Waiting for me to continue that crisis, isn't it? Very good. Okay, then let me continue that crisis. Before I speak anything about further topics, once again, I'm telling you our subject is psychiatric nursing. So today we are going to learn about this crisis interventions, principles, and technique of what are the technique we are using in this crisis solutions. Now, crisis intervention, it is nothing but you are providing some helping hand to the individual. You are helping the individual or the family to cope with the crisis situation or cope with the loss what they had. You are helping them to confront that reality, accept and understand that reality, what happened in their life, and life has to move on. That's all. Life has to move on. So you are helping, you're preparing that person to this stage. Okay, this is called crisis intervention. Now before that, let us study the principle of this intervention. What all the principle you have to follow when you are using all these different techniques interventions to help the patient. First is be sincere with the patient, be genuine, be honest, and like you must have a genuine interest with the patient to help them. Do not force the individual to speak anything, or do not ask any irrelevant or excessive of detail of events that will really disturb the individual. And allow them to speak, provide a sufficient time to them so that they can think and explore, they can think and answer to your question. Provide a calm and quiet environment, a controlled area, so that a patient will feel that yes, nurse is there to help me. Encourage the patient to speak. You should have active listening and focus on the matter, your feelings, what patient is talking is, and as well as use like clarification, restatement, refocusing technique to understand the factor more clearly. Empower the patient by providing like choices, okay, some choices so that person can think of that. Provide a realistic information to the patient, confirm the patient so that they will have a realistic idea about the situation what happened. Okay, and you should create a sense to the patient that there is someone, okay, nurse, yeah, multiple disciplinary team member is there with the patient to help them to cope with this situation. So these all of the principle will follow, so that it will be really helpful for us as well as with the to the patient to cope with this loss. Sometime what happen, why we have to follow the principles, I'll tell you. See, now I'm the person who decided to go and help the patient who is facing some kind of crisis, okay, maybe death. Now what happened, once I go there, I by seeing the condition situation, I may not able to control myself, I may get lost, I may involved in that pain, where now actually I went to help the patient, but now I need a help. See, this should not happen with any nurse or multiple disciplinary team members when they go to resolve any kind of conflicts or crisis. Okay. Now, what all are the techniques we can use in this crisis intervention? Okay, we can use certain techniques. First is catharsis. Now, catharsis means here you talk to a patient, you explore the patient so that they let them ventilate the feelings. When you talk about emotionally charged areas, you speak something so that they're able to vent up, pent up, they ventilate their feelings. Clarification, you speak more clearly to the patient so that a person can clearly clarify the relation what they got with that event or situation, so you will get a better understanding. Manipulation, patient belief, values, strengths we can manipulate for the purpose of this therapeutic procedure so that we can make the person to get adjusted, get a adaptive behavior. Support of defense mechanism, you teach the person, I mean patient, to make use of their defense mechanism successfully, so that development of healthy defense mechanism will help the patient to get adjusted to the environment more healthier way. Okay, then reinforcement of behavior. Now here you provide a positive reinforcement to the patient so that will help the patient to develop a adaptive behavior. Provide some reassurance, provide some positive thoughts, some kind of push or motivation to the person so that they can cope easily, so they can develop that qualities. Okay, then provide like self esteem, help to increase the self esteem of your patient. You need to be like a backbone of your patient so that they may be literally feeling low. In that case, you have to give kind of support to your patient to improve their self confidence, improve their self identity, improve their self esteem. They should feel little up. Yes, I can do that. Okay, you should identify the potentiality caliber of your patient and you're making them to do that. So this is the way you're helping your patient to improve their self esteem. And we can also provide like exploring them to the various alternatives, a lot of solution what is available. You are making them to explore to that, make aware about that solutions so that now a person can make use of that, patient can make use of that, and they can find a alternative, a solution for their problem. So this is the way we can use these different techniques to solve the crisis, like catharsis, clarification, manipulation, reinforcement of behavior, providing positive reinforcement, supporting the defense mechanism, increasing the self esteem of your patient, and exploring the patient with the different alternative solutions. So this is about a crisis intervention principles and different techniques what you are using in crisis interventions. I hope I cleared you. If any doubt, yeah, any more information, or else if I want to teach you in a little more better way, please leave your comments, your suggestions in comment box so that I can implement that in next class. Until then, take care of yourself. Thank you.